Здравствуйте. Hello and welcome to Russian language class. So let us have a quick recap of the topics that we have learned in the previous lesson, and then we'll move on to the topics that we are going to learn today. If you remember, in the last lesson we have discussed about the declension of nouns, possessive pronouns and personal pronouns in the dative case. Komu vi pišite pismo? So if the question is Komu vi pišite pismo, and I have already told you that if the question is komu, that means we are supposed to use nouns or pronouns in the dative case. So I have written an answer here. Ya pišu pismo tvojemu drugu. Ya pišu pismo tvojemu drugu. So I am writing a letter to your friend. So here tvoi has become tvojemu, which is a possessive pronoun, and what question does it answer? It answers chimu. So if the question would have been chimu drugu vi pišite pismo, the answer would have been ya pišu pismo tvojemu drugu, and drug is a masculine noun, becomes drugu in the dative case. Ya pišu pismo tvojemu drugu. So I am writing a letter to your friend. So here pismo is the direct object and tvojemu drugu is the indirect object. What if we have to use a personal pronoun in place of the nouns? So what we do is we use a personal pronoun here. Ya pišu pismo yimu. Yimu denotes the personal pronoun own. So own in the dative case becomes yimu. So I am writing a letter to him. Yimu and tvojemu drugu. So if the question is komu, we can answer either with the noun plus possessive pronoun or with the pronoun. So this is how the nouns, possessive pronouns and personal pronouns decline in the dative case. So now in this lesson we will discuss some more topics related to the dative case. While discussing the uses of the dative case, we have discussed that there are certain prepositions which require the dative case of nouns, pronouns to be used after them. And I had also told you that some of the prepositions are like such as pa, ka, blagodarya and saglasna. So these are the four prepositions we are going to discuss in this lesson. So all these prepositions, they require nouns and pronouns to be in the dative case. So let's first we dwell on the first preposition, which is pa. This is a very interesting preposition because in English we do not have any corresponding or equivalent preposition in English. In Russian, this preposition conveys several meanings. So in this lesson we will discuss about some of them. The first meaning it conveys that movement along the surface. So if the subject is moving along the surface or on the surface, this meaning is conveyed by this preposition pa. And again I have already told you in the beginning that pa takes noun in the dative case. For example, nashi ribyata shlipa birigu riki. Nashi ribyata. Ribyata is boys or guys. So our boys went along the bank of the river. So berik is bank. The berik after pa has become in the dative case form, and the dative case form of berik is birigu. Pa birigu riki, along the bank of the river. So here as you can see, the movement that is described in the sentences along the surface. The next meaning it conveys is movement in various directions. So if the direction is not fixed, you are going here, there and from there to there. In that case we use the preposition pa, and after pa noun in the dative case. For example, on ljubit jezdit po miru. Mir is world, jezdit is to travel, lubit is to love. So, he loves to travel around the world. So, here he loves to travel around the world or across the world, across the globe. So, that is how you can translate this sentence into English. So, here as you can see, the movement is in the various directions. So, there is no fixed direction where he is heading to. So, in this circumstances or situation, we are supposed to use the preposition per along with the noun in the dative case. So, we will now look at other meanings of the preposition per. As I have already told you that the preposition per conveys several meanings. Some of them we have already discussed. We will look at some other meanings of the preposition per. Preposition per denotes the routine repetitive action which takes place at the regular intervals. So, if an action is taking place at regular intervals and it is a routine action, in that case also we will use the preposition per with the noun in the dative case in plural. For example, मी sabiraimsya pasridam. So, here Srida is the name of a weekday which is Wednesday. मी sabiraimsya, we meet on Wednesdays. So, here we are using the preposition per along with the noun in the plural in the accusative case. So, if we are denoting a repetitive action, a routine repetitive action which is taking place at a regular interval, then we use the preposition per along with the noun in plural in the dative case. मी sabiraimsya pasridam, we meet on Wednesdays. The next meaning the preposition per conveys is the distributing action. So, for example, if there is a situation where something is being distributed a piece, one piece each, in that case also we use the preposition per along with the noun in the singular dative case. For example, मी दाली द्रुजियाम पयाबलकू, मी दाली द्रुजियाम पयाबलकू. So, here as you can see, after per we have used singular noun in the dative case. So, what does this sentence mean? मी दाली, we gave friends one apple a piece. So, one apple to each one of them. So, here this is the distributive action. We gave friends one apple a piece or one apple each one of them. The next example for the same meaning we have is Ribyata vziali pabilietuf kase. Ribyata vziali pabilietuf kase. Kasa is counter, cash counter. Bilyet is ticket. Vzyat, you know this verb. This is the perfective aspect of the verb brat, which is to take. Ribyata we have just now discussed is the boys or guys. The boys took one ticket a piece at the ticket counter or at the counter. So, here also there is a distributive action, that is why the noun has been used in the dative case in singular. So, this is two of the few meanings that the preposition per conveys. There are other meanings as well, we will look at some of them. We are discussing the various meanings of the preposition per when used with the noun in the dative case. So, we have already discussed some of the meanings, and the next meaning that the preposition per conveys is specialization. So, preposition per also indicates the specializations of a person or a thing. For example, it also conveys the meaning of a subject. When you want to denote a subject, then we also use the preposition per. For example, on specialist per physique, on specialist per physique. He is an expert of physics. Per physique. Physica becomes physique in the dative case because it is used after the preposition per. Un specialist per physique. Umenia examen per chimie. Umenia examen per chimie. I have an examination on chemistry. I have an examination on chemistry, or I have a chemistry examination. So, that is how the subjects or specializations or expertise is denoted in the dative case with the use of the preposition per. So, these are some of the meanings that the preposition per conveys. We have also left some of the meanings which will be discussed later on in the later lessons. Now, the second preposition we are going to discuss is the preposition que. Que denotes the movement towards something or someone. So, basically it can denote the movement towards an inanimate being or as well as animate being, and it takes kchimu, kakamu. So, if you are using an animate noun, it will take kakamu. If you are using an inanimate noun, the question will take kchimu. For example, mi padashli k magazinu. Mi padashli k magazinu. See, the verb padaiti is a verb of motion. So, this verb itself denotes the motion or a movement towards something. Mi padashli k magazinu. Kchimu vi padashli. So, if the question would be kchimu vi padashli, we will use an inanimate noun with the preposition ke to denote the movement towards something. So, we approached to the shop or we went to the shop. So, this is how we translate the sentence into English. Mi padashli k magazinu. The next example we have is ya idu k bratu. Ya idu k bratu. K kamu vi idioce. So, if the question is k kamu vi idioce, k kamu is to which place or to whose place are you going or where are you going. So, how will you answer this question? Because since the question has an interrogative word kamu, we will use an animate noun in the answer in the dative case. Ya idu k bratu. So, I am going to my brother's place or I am going to my brother's. That is how we say in English. So, here k bratu does not mean that you are going to brother. It always means or conveys the meaning that you are going to your brother's place. If we use k sistre, k padruge, k drugu, they will also mean the same thing. So, you are going to either your friend's place or your friend's house or your sister's house and so on. So, this is how we use the preposition ke, which means the movement towards something or someone. So, let us move on to the next preposition that take the dative case of nouns, which is blagadarya. The next preposition which is used in the dative case is the preposition blagadarya. Blagadarya denotes an action owing to somebody or something, which means due to something or someone. So, when an action happens owing to someone or somebody, we use this preposition blagadarya. For example, blagadarya aanne yasdal examini. Blagadarya aanne yasdal examini. Sdat is the perfective aspect of sdavat, which means to pass the exam. Sdat is to pass the exams. Blagadarya aanne. So, thanks to Anna or because of Anna, I passed the examinations. So, here blagadarya could mean either thanks to or owing to or because of or due to. So, because of Anna, I passed the examinations. The next example we have is Благодаря Сергею мы смогли получить билеты домой. Благодаря Сергею мы смогли получить билеты домой. Smugly is from the verb smoch. Moch, smoch. Smoch is the perfective aspect of the verb moch, can. Paluchich is the perfective aspect of the verb paluchach, which is to get or to receive. Bilyeti, you know, tickets. Damoi, home. So, Благодаря Сергею. So, because of Sergei, we could get or we could receive the tickets home. Because of Sergei, we could get the tickets home. So, here as you can see, Благодаря Анне, Благодаря Сергею, they denote an action which has happened or which has been made possible because of Anna in the first sentence and because of Sergei in the second sentence. So, this is the use of Благодаря, of the preposition Благодаря, and Благодаря takes the noun in the dative case. So, now we will learn the other preposition which is Saglasna. Saglasna also takes the nouns in the dative case. The next preposition which takes nouns in the dative case is the preposition Saglasna. Saglasna denotes an action which is in accordance with something or somebody. The preposition Saglasna means according to or in accordance with something. For example, Saglasna zakonu nilze kurić na ulice. Saglasna zakonu nilze kurić na ulice. Saglasna, as I have already told you, that it means according to or in accordance with. So, according to the law, zakon is law, nilzya kurić na ulice. You already know this word nilzya, which means one is not allowed or it is not allowed to smoke on the street. So, as per the law, it is not allowed to smoke on the street. So, here as you can see, zakon, which is the masculine noun, has been used in the dative case. Saglasna zakonu. The next sentence we have is Saglasna planu mi budem itti v kinoteatr v 9 часов. Saglasna planu mi budem itti v kinoteatr v 9 часов. Saglasna planu, as per the plan or in accordance with the plan, we will go to the movie theatre at 9 o'clock. So, here again plan, which is a masculine noun, has been used in the dative case, and часов. Часов, if you remember, we have discussed that how do we express time in Russian, and I have told you that час has 3 forms, and with 5 onwards up to 20 we use часов. That is why we have used here 9 часов. Saglasna planu mi budem itti v kinoteatr v 9 часов. So, this is how we use the preposition Saglasna, and it takes the dative case of nouns either in singular or in plural. We have already discussed about the declension of nouns and pronouns in the dative case. Let us now discuss about the adjectives in singular in the dative case. So, how do adjectives, singular adjectives, they decline in the dative case? We already know the nominative case forms of the adjectives, singular adjectives, and they answer to the questions kakoi, kakaya and kakoe. So, kakoi is the masculine form, kakaya is the feminine form, and kakoe is the neuter form. So, now let us take the first adjective, which is krasivy. Krasivy is beautiful. Krasivy is masculine form and it answers to the question kakoi. Krasivaya is the feminine form which answers to the question kakaya, and krasivaya answers the interrogative word kakoe. So, what happens when these forms are used in the dative case and what questions do they answer? The masculine adjective answers the question kakomu, the feminine adjectives answers the question kakoi, and the neuter adjectives answers the question kakomu. So, again the masculine and neuter forms are the same. So, what happens when we use krasivi in the dative case? It becomes krasivamu. So, what we are doing is we are dropping this ending of the adjective and adding omu at the end to get its masculine form. So, krasivi, krasivamu, krasivaya, again we will drop this aya which is the ending and add oi. So, what do we get? We get krasivai, krasivai, and what about krasivai which is the neuter form? Krasivamu. As we have already seen that the masculine and neuter forms are the same. So, krasivamu will represent the masculine as well as the neuter forms. Krasivamu, krasivai and krasivamu. The next is balshoi. Balshoi is big. Balshoi, balshaya and balshoi. Balshoi masculine, balshaya feminine and balshoi neuter. So, balshoi turns into balshomu in the dative case which is masculine, and balshoi when it answers the question kakoi. So, this is the feminine form balshomu, balshoi and balshomu. So, these are the three forms of balshoi in the dative case. The next is kharoshi. Kharoshi is good. Kharoshi, kharoshaya feminine and kharoshe neuter. So, what happens when kharoshe is used in the dative case? Kharoshi becomes kharoshemu. So, we are dropping the ending and adding yemu. So, we are not using omu but yemu here with kharoshi. Kharoshemu, and here we are not using o ikratke, we are using ye and ikratke. Kharoshemu, kharoshyei feminine and kharoshemu neuter. So, there are two endings omu and yemu. So, with kharoshi we are using yemu, not omu. And the last adjective I have taken is sini, which has a soft ending na, e and e kratke. So, sini, sinia and sinie. This double ya with feminine and double a with neuter. Sini becomes sinemu, changes to sinemu. So, what we do is we drop the ending e and e kratke and add ye, ma and u. Sinemu, sinyei, and here ye and sinemu. So, sini becomes sinemu with masculine nouns, sinyei with feminine nouns and sinemu with neuter gender nouns. So, this is how we decline the adjectives in the dative case in singular. So, now let us look at some of the examples. Ya pishu pismo staramu drugu. Ya pishu pismo staramu drugu. So, I am writing a letter to an old friend. Stare is old and drug you already know friend. So, I am writing a letter to an old friend. So, here as you can see the question is kakomu drugu. So, if I have to ask a question for the adjective, the question would be kakomu drugu vi pishiche pismo. So, to which friend are you writing a letter? So, I am writing a letter to an old friend. So, starmu will be the answer to kakomu. Kakomu drugu vi pishiche pismo, ya pishu pismo staramu drugu. The next sentence that I have written here is Ani pakazevayut fotografi ruskay studentke. Ani pakazevayut fotografi ruskay studentke. Pakazevach is to show. Photography, you know, photografia is photograph or picture. Ruskay studentke. So, they are showing the pictures to Russian student. So, here studentka is the feminine gender noun. That is why we are using ruskay, which is the feminine counterpart of ruski. So, what question does this form answer? Какой студентке они показывают фотографии? Какой студентке? To which student they are showing pictures. So, here the question would be какой and here какому. Why? Because the noun is masculine and here the noun is feminine. So, for feminine nouns we ask the question какой and for masculine we ask the question какому. So, this is about the declension of adjectives in the dative case. Now, we will discuss the declension of the demonstrative pronouns एतत् and tot and the determinative pronoun वेस in the dative case. So, how do these pronouns decline in the dative case when used with a noun? You already know the nominative case forms of these pronouns एतत्, tot and वेस. So, this is the masculine form of these pronouns एतत्, tot and वेस. एतत् is this, tot is that and वेस is all. So, what happens when we use the masculine forms of these pronouns in the dative case? एतत् changes to एतमु, tot, तमु and वेस सिमु. एतमु, तमु and सिमु. The feminine forms एता, ता and स्या changes to एतई, तोई, इफ्सियई and सियई. एतई, तोई and सियई. The neuter gender forms एता, तो and स्यो changes to एतमु, तमु and सिमु. एतमु, तमु and सिमु. So, these are the forms that are used in the dative case. So, now let us look at some of the examples. Ani putishestvavali pavsyai inji. Ani putishestvavali pavsyai inji. Puchishestvavach is a verb which means to travel. Ani puchishestvavali, they travelled all around India or across India. Ani puchishestvavali pavsyai inji. So, here after pa we have used the determinative pronoun वेस and India is a feminine gender noun, that is why it has become syai. Ani puchishestvali pavsyai inji. Этому студенту понравилось общежитие. Этому студенту понравилось общежитие. Общежитие is hostel. Понравилось, we have done this word. This means to like. And этому студенту here represents the logical subject of the verb понравиться. So, this student liked the hostel. So, here again as you can see this एतत् has been used in the dative case, that is why its form has changed to этому. Этому студенту понравилось общежитие. And the last sentence, идите к тому столу. Идите к тому столу. मतलब go to that table. So, here idite is the imperative form and we are using the preposition ka, which means the movement towards something or someone, and tamu has been used in the dative case, and tamu as you can see is the masculine form of the pronoun tot. So, tamu stalu, go to that table. So, this is how we use the demonstrative pronouns एतत् and tot and the determinative pronoun वेस in the dative case. So, this is all we have for today's lesson. So, what all we have learnt? We have learnt the prepositions that are used in the dative case. We have also learnt the adjectives in singular in the dative case, and apart from that towards the end we discussed the pronouns एतत्, tot and वेस in the dative case. So, this is all for today. We will meet in the next class. Till then, Spasiba. До свидания.